Professor.
Whoa. Professor. Hello, Professor. You're really on the move today. A lot to get done, I take it? I'm happy to help. Tell me, is there anything I could do to lighten your load a bit? Oh, surely there must be something. Don't be shy about asking for help. We're practically siblings, after all, cut from the same cloth. I was raised by Gerald just as you were, so we should have no trouble getting along. Huh? Did I not mention that? How thoughtless! What an embarrassing gaffe! My parents died when I was small, and I came to live in the monastery. It was an aimless existence. But sometimes a knight would pass by wearing magnificent armor. That knight was Gerald. And the first time he laid eyes on me, he made me his squire. What was he thinking, huh? No kidding. I don't think I'll ever fully understand his logic. Later, I heard that the squire preceding me had died of a terrible plague. I looked a bit like him and was about the same age, so Gerald thought me a suitable replacement. A little nutty, old Gerald, there's no doubt about that. Quite a character. All that was more than 30 years ago. How time flies. That's right. I wasn't even 15 years old. Well, Gerald hardly seemed to age at all. In fact, over drinks he once told me, perhaps that's a story for another day. At any rate, that's Gerald for you. One of a kind. I don't think there's anyone else quite like him. Right. Well, now you've heard my whole story. I hope that you understand now why I feel such a strong sense of attachment to you. If you're ever in a bind, just give me a holler. I'll help however I can. Indeed, indeed. Well, I'll let you get back to it. But truly, if I can take anything off your plate, don't hesitate to let me know.
Alright. Neither are actually close to each other, are they?
Professor.
It's Annette.
Hello, Professor. Do you have a moment? Well, I have this book of battle tactics that I borrowed from one of the knights. There's one part that I just don't understand. Do you think you could explain it to me? Great. Thank you so much. It's about this diagram here. I don't get why the knights are grouping up in that forest there. I just can't see the advantage to a formation like that. Yay! I finally get it! You really are a great teacher. I knew asking you was the right idea. I just love learning new things. That's why I came to the Officers Academy. I want to learn magic, battle tactics, martial arts, and well, all kinds of stuff. I'm learning more now than I have in my whole entire life. Speaking of, I better go visit the library for some research before magic practice, which is just before sword training. That's just not possible. I always find it's more tiring to laze around doing nothing. I've never been any good at that. I have to have something to do. Like on my days off, I need to get up early and take care of the cleaning first, or I just can't relax. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm so glad you agree. You'd be surprised how rare it is to find people like us. Not to mention... Oh wait. Oh no! I was supposed to be on cooking duty today. I completely forgot.
Just overextending
Sorry,
yourself.
Professor, but I have to run. Thanks again for your help. Ah! Who put this stupid barrel here?
Hey there. Professor.
Oh, shopping took longer than I thought. It's a good thing I had your help, Professor. Looks like we've got everything we came for. Time to head back to the monastery. To tell you the truth, I wasn't sure if the money that knight gave us would be enough. We managed to scrape by, though. I'm glad those shopkeepers were willing to strike a few bargains. It's one of the few things I'm really good at. I've got a lot of experience living in the city. Money was tight for me, too. At least until Lenato adopted me into his family. Come to think of it, you were originally a mercenary, weren't you? I'm sure you've traveled all over Fodlan. That must have been a pretty different life from regular folks like me. You think so? But a mercenary's whole job is fighting, isn't it? Must be a pretty tough way to live. I believe you. I can imagine. Oh! I had no idea they sold this book around here. I haven't seen this one for ages. Lug and the Maiden of Wind. It's a well-known tale of chivalry in Fargus. Lug is the King of Lions. This book is full of his exciting adventures. I've loved this since I was a kid. It was what got me learning to read.
Give me that book!
Hey, creep. Don't touch the merch. What the? Somebody catch that thief. Cut him in half like my prices.
Please, calm down, ma'am.
You calm down, kid. If he gets away with that valuable merch, it'll be a huge loss for me.
Here, allow me to compensate you.
Huh? Are you serious, kid? I mean, no objections over here. But that sounds crazy.
Don't you worry. That thief will be paying me back just as soon as I catch him. Head on back to the monastery, Professor. I'll take care of everything here.
Well, alright. What is this? Oh, that's Bernadette's. There's an easy way to get to her, so we'll just go in here. Oh, this actually works out because we can do. I don't even know who I have a close up. Well, Ash is right there somewhere as well. I'm not even trying to get him.
I love to cook. What are we making today? Is that so? I have a lot of experience in the kitchen.
If I stare
I can
at
make
it
just about
intensely,
anything.
the food will cook itself. This would be a good opportunity to see if I can earn more points with
That
Windheart.
smell. It's amazing. My fave, in fact. Do you like it too?
This is my favorite. I am rather happy you went out of your way to pick it, Professor.
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away. I like this dish. It was my father's favorite.
Alright, go drop off the cage at Bernadette. Case, whatever.
What the?
This is yours.
Sorry, Eden. It's so. I've been looking for.
And we're done. is that a D? Must be on Pegasus anyway. That's a loss there. Let's just go down the line. Those axes up, but I still think he's gonna have a storyline promotion, but I could be mistaken.
I'm surprised. I don't... I see.
I think it's... Oh.
I got a question.
25.
I think I get it.
Professor.
That is the direction you are going in. Then when I start doing blue lines, you're gonna be a more.
Let's just get through this.
We will work with each other.
Can't argue with results, can you? Experience is everything.
Looks like I'm getting it.
Alright. To battle! Let's go certification. Still has to be a B, which is pretty much one grade below. And if he became a Wyvern Lord, I had to work on his lance. Friends. What's his class level at? It's B plus. Okay, this is what we're doing. I'm gonna save right now. I'm gonna give it 3 shots to see if he passes it. Alright, attempt one failed. Alright, how about attempt 2? Or try. Alright, doesn't get this time, we'll just move along. Alright, last shot.
There.
And that's why. That's pretty much why we save beforehand so we can save that dark seal. Well, so we'll have to do it this way. We'll have to wait till the next time. When you get a chance for certifications. Let's take a look at others to see where we're at. I want him to be a great knight, but it's the riding part that's the problem. Because he's got the other parts with question. I don't know what to do with you. That's obvious. You're gonna be Grimoire. And you have the same issue because I gotta get that lance up, which is at E+. The writing's just as bad. But it's like if I get it to C, the lance to C, the cavalier will help. But it's also like it might not even be worth it considering how long it's going to take to get up to the next level, that level. You're going to be a bow knight. You're pretty much there. I think that's another weird one because I wanted to be a falcon knight, which she clearly has. But I don't know if I have to be advanced in order to get to master, or if I have to do something else. Because if I can skip the advanced class and go straight to master, I will. Alright. Let's do our battles. So that's where we are with certifications.
There you are. I was looking for you.
Me?
I need a favor. Yes, it's an unusual favor. My father sent a messenger. He wants me to return to Fraldaria's territory. Rodriga Sheila Fraldarius, the highest-ranking member of the Fargus nobility. But about the favor. You're familiar with the tragedy of Dusker, I presume? After the king's death, public order disintegrated. Bandits continue to raid villages across the kingdom, including those within Fraldaria's territory. My father says he needs my help driving the bandits away. Precisely. Good guess. Perhaps I shouldn't pull you into this. It stems from my family's failure to secure the region. But honestly, I want to see you in action. I never tire of watching you fight. And it'll be much more interesting for you than the training ground. Or maybe this task, driving off bandits, seems dull to a former mercenary? Excellent. While I'm at it, I have a second favor to ask of you. Could you recruit more fighters? I bet there will be willing volunteers if you're the one inviting them. I'll set off on my own and meet up with you there.
Why, thank you so much.
Alright.
Thanks so much. I have gratitude. Thank you.
Start with him having him on. I feel no, it's because loving. Okay, we're actually okay. Alright. Where are the enemies? I thought that was a chest. feel it's gonna suffer in this one. Alright, let's just go and see what happens.
Struggling to defeat some bandits? What a pathetic old man my father is. Some villagers are trapped. Let's help them escape.
Felix, my son, you finally brought reinforcements.
Ready and willing. My moment has arrived. Never underestimate an outsider.
Let's get to it.
Stay focused.
Should I have held back?
Let's do a thing we don't normally do.
I got this.
Ready.
Seems I prevailed.
Ready anytime.
I can do this!
I did it! I did!
I stand ready.
Leave it to me.
I'll go.
Who, me?
You're mine!
Too easy. It was a good try.
Swing this. Pretty sure this. Very sure you need my because your soldiers are getting all the
Everything will
crits.
be fine. Good people of this house.
Never underestimate an outsider.
Weakling. That should put a stop to their reinforcements.
Actually, I was gonna kill him. And it didn't, so.
Thanks.
There's probably no correct way to do that, so next round.
You weren't ready.
Let the lesson begin! Each battle, a chance to grow.
The stronghold is ours. No more band.
Crit there. Did not get it.
This is what I do. I call that a win. Not as hard as...
Appreciate it.
I'm all sweaty.
No.
Try this on for size.
Or what you're still using
I aim
it.
for greatness.
Too slow.
That's it.
No hesitation. As expected.
That should do it. We've chased those ruffians.
Thank you so much for your...
Alright. Yeah, alright.
We are grateful for your help. I doubt those bandits will stop anytime soon, but at least this village is safe. This village was important to the late king. If we hadn't saved it, I wouldn't have been able to face His Majesty.
How foolish.
Pardon?
We were protecting your subjects, not your ego. I don't give a damn as to whether you can bring yourself to face a dead king.
I will not tolerate such language from you.
I came here to hone my blade and to save innocent people. I suppose if I had died, you would say the same thing you did after Glenn's death. He died like a true knight. I have nothing more to say. I'm going back.
I'm sorry you had to see that. He's been that way for 4 years now. I don't suppose you'd care to hear about it. I lost a son in the tragedy of Dusker. Felix's older brother, Glenn. To this day, I'm proud of Glenn. He gave his life to protect Prince Dimitri. If he had abandoned His Highness and fled, I don't know that I could have forgiven him. I would have been deeply ashamed. But no one would have been more ashamed than Glenn himself. It was in his nature to be noble and true. As a knight serving the royal family, his duty was to be loyal to the end, even if it meant his life. If he had abandoned that duty and survived the incident, there's no way he could have lived on in peace. Felix can't understand that. He's young and foolish. Of course, I understand his sentiment, to some extent. It all comes down to, well, a difference of opinion. So that's how you feel about it. How fortunate Felix is to have met someone like you. There's nothing as heartening as having someone around who really understands you. He's an odd boy, thick-headed in some ways, but he's my son all the same. I'm glad he has you to look after him.
My...
Yeah, we'll go. We need the ore. So much ore is needed. Alright, who's on the field? No, it's just still on the field. Get off my field.
Who, me?
wanna...
to that monster before he gets bitted.
Ready.
Ready anytime.
Let me paint you a picture! I actually won!
Let's get to it.
I got this. Won that.
Leave it to me. You're in my way! Of course I won.
Oh, me?
I stand ready. Stay focused.
Ready and willing.
Yeah, that was all me. I'm all sweaty.
Nice try.
Saw it coming.
You underestimated me. I don't have...
Yeah, wasn't a good one. Not a good one.
Oh, nice!
Strength in action.
Still got room.
Sorry, did I hurt you?
Who knew?
Sorry, but victory is mine.
It's over. Each battle, a chance to grow. Such.
Well,
Come, I have
have an idea. Let's give it a try. Appreciated.
You fought well. Another step forward. Each battle, a chance to grow.
Why, thank you so much. Thanks so much. I have gratitude. Leave it to me.
You're in my way! I just worked harder.
Ready.
Defenseless, are we?
I aim for greatness. Not bad.
Ready anytime. Let me paint you a picture. I actually won.
You're relentless. Who, me? Let's get to it. Another one down.
I got this. Sorry, don't know my own strength.
Ready and willing.
Who, me? Yeah, so nice of you.
I stand ready.
Stay focused.
Should have trained better. Get out of here! Plenty more where that came from. I think I've gotten stronger.
Nice try.
You were outmatched.
You're finished!
Over already? Have I...
Sorry. I'm on a roll. Sorry, don't know my own strength.
I'm so sorry. I get things done.
Looks like some runners.
Hilda! Hilda! Wow! Thanks!
Should have trained better.
I guess it worked out.
I'll show Huh? It worked out.
Great work.
That should have been all three of my battles. Yes, okay.
I'd never have. I'm a quick. You're quick. Every. You're one step before you.
I got.
That. You're. Let. Professor.
No. No, no, no.
I thank you.
I'm glad it's you.
I'm glad it's you.
She just said that.
We did good out there.
Not as hard as I thought.
I've grasped it. How
I always was a quick study. I'm getting it.
She got meteor. That's a good magic attack. There we go. Let's sell some stuff and buy some master seals. short spear, can I? You can buy a javelin, but who wants a freaking javelin? Alright. Master Seals. Bow Knight.
All that hard work's paid off.
Oh, she's good. Yes, she's a Falcon Knight.
I must continue to work hard.
Let's see, so probably because her level's still down. Yeah, she's only level 28. Gotta get her up to 30 before she can be a Grimoire. Yeah, I'm doing Golden Deer right now. I've already done Black Eagles, so this is actually my second run through. So we are in Golden Deer territory.
Ah, shucks.
Alright, let's take a shot at Lawrence. See if we can get him up to Dark Knight finally. Or is he still underneath? Oh, he's only at 29. It was meant Dark Bishop. Well, I just learned that I don't have to wait for that. He just has to be level 30 and he'll be a Dark Knight. Alright, we'll skip that. In the seminars. No matter what, the person I want to be in these isn't in any of them. Alright, rest.
I am grateful.
I do not.
going to receive the goddess's revelation at the Holy Tomb? That's news to me. I did not see that coming.
Lady Rhea's going too, right? I hear it will be well guarded, but is that really okay?
If Solon's allies are still around, it's certainly true that we don't know when or where they may appear.
I don't know what type of place this holy tomb is, but we should be cautious.
I actually sided
Something
with
happens.
Edelgard in my
We'll
first
have to take
playthrough,
matters
so
into our own hands.
What do you
I'll
think,
try that
Professor?
next time.
Is it really okay for Lady Rhea to attend?
It seems to be tightly sealed, I'll give you that. We should be fine as long as nothing goes terribly wrong. Yep, just as long as nothing goes wrong. Well, the truth is, we won't know what's going to happen until it happens. All we can do is stay on our guard and play it by ear.
That's quite enough babbling, Claude. There is nobody more unfit for a holy ceremony than you.
Divine punishment won't strike us for setting foot in the holy tomb, right? Good grief. Why are you always so negative?
because that's the personality they gave her. She doesn't have
Something on your
confidence at all.
Who, me? No. It is nothing. May we all see this through to the end.
It still doesn't make sense to me. A goddess was living inside Teach, right? But now there's a ceremony to receive a revelation or whatever. How could that be necessary anymore? There must be another objective. It's pointless to speculate about it now. We'll know the answer soon enough. There isn't any danger for us students, but be careful, Teach.
Are you surprised, Professor? This is the Holy Tomb.
That mechanism for descending underground back there, what powers it? When I tried to come by myself, it wouldn't even budge.
This is where the goddess who created this world was laid to rest, along with her
Alright, so
children.
this is all new to me.
It is said that our creator, the goddess Sophis, sat upon this very throne. Professor, do you recognize this throne? So long. I have waited so very long for this day. Sit upon the throne. I have no doubt you will be gifted a revelation from the goddess.
Am I about to be betrayed?
Well, it was supposed to be but a step away. What could possibly be missing?
Sorry to disturb you when you're distressed, Archbishop, but it seems some uninvited guests have arrived.
Don't move, any of you. If you move, your lives will be forfeit. Thank you ever so much for guiding us this far. The Imperial Army will now take possession of everything in the Holy Tomb.
The Imperial Army? What are they doing here?
So, they knew we were heading to the holy tomb and followed us here. Hey, who is that standing next to the angry guy? Could that be...
The Flame Emperor. I see. So you've been allied with the Empire from the beginning.
What are they doing here? What do they hope to gain?
There's only one goal for grave robbers like these. Right, Flame Emperor? You're here to steal the treasure that rests within the Holy Tomb.
For a fool you catch on quickly, those crest stones will be ours. That infernal power, which is masquerading as a medicine but is truly a poison, will plague this world no longer.
Insolence! You will atone for the sin of trampling on this holy resting place. Professor, destroy these villainous traitors who dare dishonor our creator.
Sorry to trouble you.
I thank you.
You have my thanks.
Thank you.
he's all the way up there. Okay, well, I don't have to move Raphael. What I will do though is, okay, she's on that side, so I can warp him up to the top. It's gonna stay there. Ignorant can stay there. Ignat's gonna swap with her. I don't want to. Well, I'm trying my best for people who don't come in here to spoil anything, because I kind of got a few ideas, but yeah, we're about to do that. Oh wait, it was just to defeat enemy
such violence
commander?
from the Empire. Strike down the rebels
I need the
and
levels.
protect
I
the
want
Holy
to
Tomb.
get some master seals on these people.
The crest stones are in the caskets. Open every last one of them.
The Holy Tomb must not be desecrated. Protect as many of the crest stones as you can.
I guess we're fighting over who gets those crest stones. What in the world do they intend to use them for anyway?
As far as my day, it's
Ready.
been about been up since about noonish, so it's going alright.
Seems I prevailed.
I stand ready. An offensive sight. Naturally.
I got this.
Let's say one.
Should have trained better.
Fortunately, got the double hit.
Ready anytime.
Mage there, so he doesn't pull his grapple.
Huh? It worked out.
Let's get to it.
Oh, this works out.
Let's try. I'll keep it simple. I'll celebrate later.
I'm glad I can count on you.
Who, me?
Just gonna come up short.
Ready and willing.
Stay focused.
Who, me?
Thank you.
I wonder...
Alright, let's see.
Plenty more where that came from.
Don't hold this against me, okay? Sorry, but victory is mine.
Well,
It was a good try.
Take away the crest stone.
That is enough.
Yeah, that is pretty much the code of those Joy-Cons, alright. But I'm playing on Pro Controller.
Hey, I got an idea.
outclassed.
I put in some work.
Lock you in. Nice, so that's a plus. Only did a little bit of damage.
I can do this!
I did what I had to.
Is there a chest down here?
That's the spirit. How do you like that?
I don't think there's a chest on this map. No, there isn't. Okay. I, for some reason, thought there was.
Incoming!
Let's see.
It's time.
Get to the next phase.
Nice try.
Watch and learn.
Perfect.
Too easy. Shall we dance? Never underestimate an
Crit
outsider.
animation. I figured he was about to play.
A trivial victory.
Now you can be a Dark Knight. After the
It's
time
still-
skip.
I think.
Just like that.
Let the lesson begin. As expected.
I don't have time.
I done goofed. I said that it should be on the field, not as a freaking. Darn it. Alright.
was a good try.
I'm so sorry! No hard feelings, right?
Hi, we're the Golden Deer. We have multiple people who just apologize for no reason. Oh, I'm so sorry, you're gonna die.
That takes care of that.
Maybe not that far ahead.
Defenseless, are we?
I aim for greatness.
Welcome back. So I done goofed. Well, please don't. Alright, so pretty much, Lysithea, who I'm trying to get over, is currently not on the field. She's currently sitting as the professor's adjutant. So yeah, she's getting levels, but she's not on the field getting work in.
You're outclassed.
I'm not getting Raphael. Up there. Up the steps. Yeah, so pretty much I'm gonna have to wait for the time skip before she can become Grimoire like I wanted to be.
I'm all sweaty.
Sorry, but victory is mine.
The aura spell is pretty much a more or less higher level damage hold white spell. That's fine. I didn't either in my first playthrough.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Such power.
Alright, so here's what's about to happen. Raphael's gonna go right here. And then Marianne's gonna come up right behind him and do... I thought you had war. No, it's on Lysithea. I goofed again. Warp's such a good spell. If the right person's on the field.
That helps.
I'll keep it simple. I call that a win.
Amazing.
Yeah, not gonna catch up.
I'm told it's fine to kill those who resist. Now then, how shall I cook you?
Yeah, it's a fun little thing to do in between loading screens. Let's do this instead. Can he get in range? Oh, he got in range. 50. 85. I'll take that 85.
Wait. No. I was just following orders. I just...
There we go. And he'll be...
I'll try.
Wait, she got poisoned?
You wish to interfere? Then your life is forfeit.
That's fair. But, you know, it's a growing process in the game anyway. So, all these characters have their flaws. Like, initially I thought Lawrence was a piece of garbage, but he actually sees the worth in other people. Oh, Lawrence had a... No, he didn't. Well, let's see if he hits this and gets closer to
have an idea.
deaded. Missed. Alright. Alright, well, GG's.
Can't get comfortable. So,
Surprise!
the end has come.
Is this some sick joke? The Flame Emperor is actually Edelgard?
Yes, we already got these.
Why, thank you so much.
You have disappointed me, Edelgard. To think that a descendant of House Hresvelg would dare betray the Holy Church. Professor, kill Edelgard at once. She is a danger to all of Fodlan. Such a rebellious heart cannot be allowed to keep beating.
I have achieved my objective. I will retreat. Farewell, Professor. If we meet again, it will be on the battlefield. Come, Hubert.
To flee is futile, wicked girl. The Church of Seros will raise its entire army against you until you have been captured and punished. You have defiled the holy tomb, dishonored the goddess, and humiliated your brethren. That crime will never be erased. Even if you burn in the eternal flames and spill all of your blood into the goddess's soil. Come, Professor. Let us return and decide upon our next course of action.
I'm not exactly on friendly terms with the princess, but I do have a few questions for her. Edelgard said that the Creststones represent power. That means she knows how to use them. She almost certainly knows other secrets of Fodlan as well. Once things calm down a bit, there's a lot more that Rhea needs to tell us. I just hope there's still time. I have this strange feeling that history is being written, that an age of anarchy is upon us. Let's hope I'm mistaken.
The leaders of the church have misused its creed to fulfill their true desire, to rule the world. They have fooled the people of Fodlan. Long ago, they divided the Empire to create a kingdom, and then divided that kingdom to create an alliance. They did all of this to make the masses bicker amongst themselves. They caused instability in order to reinforce their own authority. They gathered gold and lived in extravagance. How? By preying on the devotion of those who wished for the goddess's salvation. Those corrupt hypocrites cannot lead Fodlan to true peace. Their foul belief system must be torn asunder so that true wisdom may finally prevail. And so, I have decided, by order of the Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hraesvelg, the Empire hereby declares war on the Church of Seros.
I cannot believe it. Let us recount the situation as it stands, Professor. After you returned from the Holy Tomb, the Adrestian Empire declared war upon the Church of Seros, as well as our allies. Edelgard demanded her own father relinquish the throne, and then assumed the position of Emperor. She has deemed the Church of Seros to be an evil of this world, and is calling upon the people of Fodlan to help her tear it down. I must discuss our response to this declaration with the Archbishop, after the Knights return from their investigation. Until then, watch over the students. See that they remain calm.
I heard what happened, Teach. The princess, well, the Emperor now, she really did it, didn't she? The lords and dukes of both the kingdom and the alliance have been called out, and now have to choose between the church and the empire. The seed of conflict was always there, and now we find ourselves in the middle of a war that will tear Fodlan in two.
The Empire is rash. I never thought it would come to this. How could something like this happen? I hope everyone back home is safe. I'm sure it's mass confusion at home right now. My brother must be worried sick about me.
You're absolutely right, Teach.
Alright.
I'm sure a lot of us are
Finally
worried about
new
our homes.
territory.
All we can do for now is prepare for battle, and tread carefully.
Part 1. White Clouds. Lone Moon. To war.
You know, that dude had all day to mow his lawn, and he chooses now to do it.
Together, the people of Fodlan relish the beauty of the brilliant moon overhead as another year ends. They recall sad partings and new acquaintances alike, but each person must still walk their chosen path alone. With each day, the presence of spring grows stronger, and yet a lone moon still haunts the sky, a silent reminder, perhaps, of some inescapable truth.
I do think some of these loading times aren't exactly good, but hey. Alright.
Unforgivable! I cannot fathom that the Adrestian Empire would embark on such a violent course of action.
The fault is my own. I failed to see the wickedness within Edelgard's heart. She plotted with ill-meaning strangers to achieve her own ambitions and defiled the holy tomb. If that is not wicked, what is? Or perhaps her ambitions are even grander than we know. Perhaps she is planning to make herself a false deity by demonizing the Church of Seros.
Adrestia received its very name through a divine oracle. To injure the goddess is a sin most foul that shall not be forgiven, nor forgotten. We must stop the Empire, and quickly.
I have returned, Rhea.
Welcome back, Shamir. Were you able to discern the Empire's movements?
Their main troops are marching towards Garreg Mach. It is said that they will join forces with Edelgard's army and arrive within 2 weeks.
2 weeks? That is not enough time. It will require all of our efforts just to prepare our defenses before then. We must send notice to all surrounding villages at once. We must order the residents of Garreg Mach to flee for their lives.
It will be done.
Professor, listen closely. If our enemy invades the monastery, I will have no choice but to stand upon the battlefield. If something happens to me, I am entrusting my sacred duties to you. You must have guessed it by now. The truth of who you are. Or perhaps I should say, your lost memories are surely beginning to return. I have acted all these long years as a mere proxy for you. But the duty is yours, and yours alone. Only you can lead the people of Fodlan.
Rhea, please. You must tell me all that you know. I beg of you. That one is the progenitor god. Am I correct?
In a sense. Our dear professor is a vessel. One who carries the power of the progenitor god within. In time, the vessel will become one with the power contained within, and the progenitor god shall return to this world.
I see. I trust that you are aware of the questionable nature of this experiment. But I suppose there is no turning back.
I ask that you help our friend. And in doing so, help her.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Aura Flare.
For the moment when our creator rules this wayward land.
I'm pretty sure you hit that button a while ago, but I just finally looked at my screen and said, "Oh, wait,
I will
this
take
came
you
up."
at your word.
Lady Rhea, brother, I will do my part as well.
Flame, were you eavesdropping? Regardless, I am glad to hear it. You owe your life to the Professor, after all. And in the end, they may prove to be our brethren.
You have my gratitude, Seteth. And you as well, Flame. As followers of the progenitor god, it is up to us to see our mission through.
Alright. And automatically Septith is in the group. Maybe why am I not even close? Alright, do the Lorenz thing so I can be a Dark Knight.
Was there any doubt?
Alright, so Raphael's on the road to Great Knight, but there's a problem. His riding sucks. It's a C+, but it's gotta get to a D. You figure, him being in the Fortress class, the heavy armor will do its own job. Ignatz does does not fit to any class. She's gotta get a level up first. Yeah, that's a problem too, because I'd like her to be a holy knight, but same thing as Raphael, except I haven't touched any of her lands to get there. And the writing's a problem too. Yoda's exactly where I want him to be. Leonie's Bowmaster already. Rick's Falcon Knight. New territory, have not done this, but...
I thought we'd all be really busy with assignments and getting ready for graduation now that things have turned out like this.
What do you say? This
Guess
is
there's
your
nothing to do but
graduation.
fight.
Prepare for war.
I don't normally have a problem jumping into a fight, but it feels strange going up against my father. We aren't especially close. I'd almost rather fight him. I hope he's not part of this. Hey, Professor. No?
That girl's starting an all-out war, isn't she? But an enemy is an enemy, no matter who they are.
If I could go back to last month and throttle my carefree self. Now it turns out Edelgard is the Flame Emperor and the new Adrestian Emperor. And she's striking out against the monastery, with the full force of the Imperial army behind her. We gotta beat her at her own game. For our sake as well as Lady Rhea's.
That's 20. What's some? I knew someone was at A. Let's see how this goes.
Too slow. You weren't ready. Nice try. I aim for greatness. Too slow.
So far off.
Seems I prevailed.
I swear, if Dimitri doesn't show up, he'll be a little annoyed.
I did what I had to.
Whatever.
I aim for greatness.
I think with all the Cavalier, the spear stuff, Dimitri would have shown up. I guess because of the chapter that he's not here.
Edelgard became emperor and raised an army, huh? I knew the kid had it in her. I mean, yeah, of course, I knew she'd be emperor eventually, but the more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win. But would it really be okay for Edelgard to win?
Well,
Professor,
this was my first
what actually
playthrough,
happened
sure.
last month? I can't keep up at all. Edelgard is the Emperor? And she's declared war against the Church? So now we're at war? What is going on? I really don't understand any of this. What should I do?
Go to war. You big baby, go to war.
Things must be pretty crazy in Fargus about now. My father must be beside himself. I don't get it. Why did Edelgard make enemies with the nobles? Ideals she believed in so much, she was willing to start a war over them? What's up, Professor? Hey, I gotta...
In fairness, it was for her ideals.
Once the Imperial army reaches the monastery, we'll have no choice but to fight.
What's going to happen to us? I believe you. Huh? I'm really flattered, honestly.
Once the Imperial army reaches the...
What?
Huh? I'm not sure. There's still...
Interesting.
Once the...
What?
Thank you so... Thank you so... Thank you so... Thank you so... Thank you so...
Alright, I bribed you enough.
Professor, I guess it's easy for me to say this now. I'm so glad I'm from the Alliance. I had no idea Edelgard was so scary. And Dimitri seems totally different than before. I wouldn't bend a knee to either of them. Well, I definitely don't hate him. He rarely takes things seriously. But somehow, I just know we can always rely on him. Well, if we're forced to protect this place, our future's going to be dark no matter what.
The Empire's aggression cannot stand. But if we are going to attack them now, we must be honest with ourselves about our chances of success. It goes without saying that I will fight the Imperial army with everything I have for as long as I am able. But House Gloucester's territory is adjacent to Imperial lands. Let us proceed with caution.
His Highness calls for the head of Edelgard. For me, that is cause enough to fight. His Highness would not say, but I can think of only one explanation. She must have been involved in the tragedy of Duscur.
I have had the arrival of a letter from Edelgard. She is asking that I join her side.
Too late.
She is making the decision. No, she is deciding if Bridget is a friend or an enemy of the Empire.
Too late. You're in my house.
But my
You're not
choice
going
is
anywhere.
not to be friends. My choice is to fight with you. Bridget is not a friend of the Empire. We will not be following again.
That's so.
To think that the Flame Emperor was Edelgard all along. Flame's abduction? Geralt's murder? The turmoil in Ramire Village? Whether or not she was the mastermind behind what happened, it at least seems like she was involved. And yet she was able to remain so composed while she was enrolled at the Officers' Academy.
What does war with Edelgard mean for us, Professor? And why does she even want that? I wonder why she'd think that. That's how it always goes, I guess. You never realize something can't be undone until you've done it.
So there's gonna be something back here.
No.
That's right, I gotta still talk to this guy. I still gotta get a silverfish. Still gotta get 2 of them. I don't even have enough to actually take the time to do it. I only got 1 of 2 baits.
Pardon me. Greetings, Professor. Something to report. Unexpected, isn't it? Apparently, this is the first time Garreg Mach has been invaded in its whole 995-year history. It's my job to protect this gate, so even if enemies come in droves, I will never let them through. I hope we both survive. Let's battle with all our might and pray we win this thing.
Well, I'll be.
He's gonna die. That's not a spoiler, I don't know.
What the?
I just don't know.
Okay. Hi there.
You know, Professor, I'm glad that I came to the Officers Academy. I feel accepted here. I've learned so much. Honestly, I'm surprised at how much I've grown. So, I will not let the Academy be destroyed. It's important to me, and I will protect it. I feel braver just hearing you say that, Professor. We're gonna win this, Professor.
Well, I'll be.
Hello there.
There we go.
This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
Let's see if we can actually
Hey
fix some
there.
of our stuff.
Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? There you go. Is this it? There you go. Come back anytime.
Yes, that's not what I wanted to do at all. There we go.
Hey there. Is this it?
I wonder. This is gonna be an iron axe.
Is this it? There you go. Is this it? There
See,
you
I'd
go.
rather forge the item into its upgraded version because it'd be more cost
Is this
effective,
it?
I want to say.
There you go.
Because I'm not wasting money on repairing a thing that's going to get busted again in a few rounds.
Come back anytime.
Italians.
Welcome. This one? Thank you.
So I'd rather upgrade it so then it has longer durability, as well as
This
getting
one?
other upgraded stats in that
Thank
weapon.
you.
Sure, it costs more, but I think in the long run it's a good idea. gotta get that repaired.
This one? Thank you. This one? Thank you.
Anything less than steel has to go.
This one? Thank you. 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 Please come again.
Hey there. Is this it? There you go. Is this it? There you go.
Alright, that's probably about as much as we can do for now.
Come back anytime.
Till we get more monies. Just run into the wall.
Half of the Empire's 6 great noble families have declared their support for Edelgard. Of the other 3, Lord Vestra was assassinated. Hubert, his son, will succeed him. Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is under house arrest. His wife is now supporting Edelgard. And my father, he was stripped of his role as Prime Minister. As a result, House Eyre has lost all of its power, all of its lands. We have lost everything. What do I do? Oh, Professor. Well, the eldest son of House Eyre will not...
Didn't you just say you have nothing? He said that, right? That he has nothing? Why don't he just join my group?
Pardon me.
At least they'd be doing something, you know, like revenge.
I hear the Alliance's territory will be in danger if we don't get rid of these Empire guys. If the Alliance is in danger, that means my sister's in danger too. There's no way I'm gonna allow that. It doesn't matter how many guys they throw at us. I'll beat them all. These muscles aren't just for show. But first, I gotta get some food.
Never change. Never change.
The most important nobles in the Empire are known for taking power from the previous emperor, my father included. I didn't think it possible that the Imperial Princess could ascend the throne so easily. However, it seems that both my father and Caspar's are supporting Edelgard. Having both the Minister of Domestic Affairs and Minister of Military Affairs on your side gives you total control over the Empire's military and finances. You must have been making preparations for quite some time without anyone noticing. Huh? Your class? I can see the... However, I still have a lot of... The most important... I did... However, having both... You must have been...
Who gets maintenance oil? Because that's... Petra's. Speaking of which, let's just go and give it to Petra.
Hi.
Landing me in the middle and not really on top of her. Ah.
Oh, hey there.
She is, but my Bridget is... I have... This is not...
of the other Bernadette and Oh!
Hello there.
We're falling behind. I don't know that we can keep up with the new Emperor. To think that she was able to raise an army of that size right under our noses. However hard we fight, I give us a 50% chance of winning. The enemy has too many advantages. We must make careful preparations.
There are always small power struggles. Still, I didn't actually think it would come. I feel as though I'm Professor. If I survive this war,
Bottle perfume. What is that?
What is Edelgard even trying to achieve? She wants to destroy the church so badly that she'll take on anyone who doesn't fall in line? I don't get it. I just can't believe she'd start a war over it. Not to mention using such nasty tactics to get her way. Could Captain Gerald's death have also been a part of her plan? Don't you go and die on me, Professor. Captain Gerald would never forgive you.
The Empire is moving quickly. Edelgard must have been preparing for this for a while now. If you really think about it, she must have been planning for this even before you got the Sword of the Creator. Of course she was always a step ahead of us. We were blinded by the Ball, the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, everything else. I refuse to go down like this, though. So let's do something about it. What do you say? It's you and me, Teach. We've got this.
Those who serve the Church must cast aside all selfish desires and devote themselves fully to their beliefs. But is it right to wield piety as a weapon? I have never considered such things before. The Church, I have always done what I thought best to save the people of Fodlan.
It's my job to protect Lady Rhea. I've got to do it, and I got to do it as best I can. And if that means I gotta die for her, then I will. How could Edelgard treat Lady Rhea like she's the bad guy? She's never been anything but nice to everybody. I just don't get it at all.
Oh.
I should have just fast traveled. Oh well. Making sure I'm not missing anything.
Professor.
Well, nothing on the wall this time. Why is everyone in the chapel? What is this?
Hello there.
How dare they threaten the goddess? Such a vile act cannot be forgiven. There is no need to worry, I promise you that. Divine punishment will surely fall upon them. In the days of yore, the goddess would grow angry with such insolent fools and roast them in Aelel.
Primarily picking Dorothea because I believe she has warp. I couldn't be mistaken.
Practice yields I'll have that girl's head. Just you wait.
I guess we have no choice but to fight, have we? I'm sure we'll be all right, though, Professor. Oh, I'm already heavy.
I see.
Can we really defeat someone who is willing to turn their back on the world? I've spent my whole life running in fear. Surely we can win if we...
Professor, war is breaking out again, is it not? An honorable notion. I never wanted another war. All we can do is steel ourselves for the fight ahead.
Need something? See you again soon.
So, at least the main area is all done. Let's see if there's anything over here that needs to be picked up.
Pardon me.
Because I got one thing left of lost items, and it just belongs to Lysithia. Let's check the dorm room corridor. By check it, I mean just go down the corridor, because I am not going in and out of these rooms. It's such a pain. Alright, nothing here. Library.
So Edelgard, the one who calls herself the Flame Emperor, was connected to those strange beings. The Imperial Army might be using even more terrifying methods than we know. You had better be cautious, Professor. Any amount of carelessness might prove to be our undoing. Hey! That's mine!
Alright, let's see. Wait, there's an actual quest this month? What is this?
Really?
Right. The mastermind behind the attacks on the monastery was Edelgard? Wow. Doesn't make much sense, though, does it? There would need to be all sorts of territories and groups tangled up in this sort of mess. I'm gonna stop. I don't really have the head for this political stuff. Mostly I'm worried about my old opera company. I wonder what's happening in the capital right now. I hope they're safe.
Well...
The Holy Tomb held many crest stones. This is the first time I've heard of crest stones being hidden away in such a place. But more importantly, I'm interested to know the Empire's aim. Why would their army desire crest stones? There is power there, yes. And yet, I must think on this. The crest stones lie at the heart of the events surrounding Conan Tower and the chapel as well. And of course, the crest stones somehow transform those traitors and their captives into demonic beasts. Could that possibly be their aim? The Empire's army may well plan to use crest stones to create demonic beasts.
Interesting. It's Eloise.
To think Edelgard was somehow connected to the captain's murderer. Well, perhaps it's pointless to get upset about the past. My duty now is to prepare for battle. We're depending on your strength, Professor. Crush our enemies. Captain, I hope you're watching. We will protect Garrick Mach.
We must protect defiling the whole. The Archbishop has already given you a new I have something to ask of you. We must defile the Archbishop.
Excuse me. How are you, Professor? Any new with the Imperial Army drawing near? It is most vexing that we, thankfully, you have the divine protection of the goddess on your side. Please try. May the goddess's full.
Practice yields.
Wonder if I don't go back to Seta in order to finish this.
I cannot believe our negligence allowed the Empire to invade. Edelgard probably gathered her soldiers in Garrick Mach, intending to do this from the start. Soldiers disguised as merchants and pilgrims to avoid suspicion, infiltrating the entire area little by little. They couldn't be better prepared. We'll have a tough time winning this one, I'm afraid.
Wow, okay. Alright, let's finish this.
I love to cook.
If I stare at it intently,
I have a lot of
it
experience.
should cook by itself.
Wow.
Food tastes better when I get to share it with you. I feel the same. Let's fill up so that we feel good and energized.
That smell, it's amazing. My fave, in fact. Do you like it too?
This is delicious! My absolute favorite!
Oh, why did I choose Ingrid?
This food is a revelation. I can't help but
Why
smile
did
when
I
I
choose
eat it.
Ingrid? Oh well.
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing be.
Dump this quest back off on Seteth.
Well done. You have my thanks.
It's... You...
Alright. Not a single perfect. This week.
I have to ask you. I think I get it.
Professor.
Yes. Whose birthday is this? Oh, that's not money. Tea party is.
You called, so I came. Thank you. Very
Hot,
good.
hot, 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 hot.
Oh. Very good. Yes. Sure. Yes. Very good. The Sword of the Creator. It's an interesting relic. Yes.
Wow, okay. Perfect.
How's that? That was delicious. Thank you. I'll visit again when I'm free.
Alright.
I'm glad it's you.
I'm glad it's you.
She just said that.
We did good out there.
Said B now.
I think I get it. I see.
Well, that worked out.
I understand more.
I still have much.
I've really gotten ahead.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
like I'm gonna have him go out of his class.
A new pet.
We're gonna rest.
Listen up, everyone. The Imperial Army is upon us. If you can fight, pick up a weapon. Everyone else, hurry up and evacuate. We have the goddess's protection on our side. We have nothing to fear. Victory will be ours.
Professor, are you ready? Well, hurry up. I don't need to tell you that the situation is dire. We have some support troops from the local nobles, but the army we're facing is immense. No matter how you look at it, we're at a disadvantage. To make matters worse, the enemy is being led by Edelgard. Do not underestimate how extraordinary her abilities are.
She's back already? Talk about impatient.
If we don't stop them, the Academy will be destroyed. Prepare for battle, everyone!
We will stop Edelgard's rampage.
Our opponent is formidable. But if we work together, we will not fail.
Enough talking. Let's go!
Dear Goddess, please protect us all. I shall fight with all that I have. It is an honor to fight alongside each of you. Professor, Claude, you'll lead the way, won't you? You won't let any of us fall, right?
I wanted to talk to Rhea first, but as expected, that won't be possible. What did she hope to accomplish at the Holy Tomb? What happened to you as a baby? There are still so many things I need to know. The same goes for the real origin of the Crest Stones and the hero's relics. As for Seros and Nemesis, just how much of their mythology is true? It's true. But lucky for me, I refuse to die with so much still unknown. Hey, Teach, all joking aside, can we possibly survive this battle? That's all we can do, right? If we gave up, the God of Fate wouldn't be happy. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not the kind of man to just roll over and die in a place like this. I have my own ambitions to see to. There are things, dreams, that I must see come to fruition. And I've been thinking, I want you to see those dreams realized as well. On top of all that, there are still so many secrets out there, just waiting to be uncovered. We can't let that stand, can we? So, Teach, no, scratch that. You're so much more. You're my ally and my friend. Teach, friend, none of those words quite capture what you've come to mean to me. We may not be connected by blood, but I believe our bond goes deeper than that. Now that we know each other, our hearts are connected. Even if our paths diverge and we're forced to say goodbye, I know that we'll meet again. And so, for lack of a better word, I gratefully call you my friend. And I hold fast to the belief that this isn't it for us. No matter who or what you really are, I'll always be on your side. You can't count on much in this world, but you can count on that.
We're just gonna jump right into it. Well, I don't know. You did just a while ago say you didn't like Ingrid, so where is Raphael? Why is he all the way over here? This is an awful spot for him. It's cool. I'm just playing with you, man. Let's see. There's Hubert. There's the Death Knight. Alright, crap. Wait, how many units are on the field? Dorothea will stay. Let's switch to Catherine. We're keeping the Claude and Flame dynamic. That's a weird map. Probably should go. Yeah, probably right there. Put my Sylvia here. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good enough. Let's see. The first playthrough was Dorothea. This playthrough I chose Hilda. But I didn't put them in that class.
I have a report. The enemy is within the walls. They're about to break the defensive line.
We have two priorities for this battle. Protect the Archbishop and maintain the defensive line. Reinforcements should arrive soon, so just hold your ground until then.
Leave it to me. Who, me?
Stay focused.
Well, this one's just to beat the enemy commander.
Ready and willing.
So we could probably just go straight to Edelgard and just end the map that way.
I got this.
Ready anytime. Let me paint you a picture. I actually won.
Why is that funnier than it
You're
should
amazing.
That's my cue. I won't go down so easily.
be? Good job, Dorothea.
Not
Ready. weren't ready.
They wasn't ready.
I stand ready.
Of course. Well, it's a horse going on stairs. That's never good.
Let's get to it.
This arrow will destroy the wall.
Me? Oh dear.
Miss.
It's over. As expected.
Mistakes were made. And they keep being made.
You didn't give it your all.
Why? Why do you keep doing this?
As expected.
Apparently that's it.
Now's our chance.
Missed.
Report. So long as we can recapture the east and west strongholds, we might be able to call in the reinforcements.
One of which is being held by the Death Knight.
Don't hold this against me, okay? Sorry, but victory is mine.
I'm impressed.
I can help. Watch this. Don't underestimate us.
There we go. Oh, he still has one more round to go. Crap.
Thank you.
Should have trained better.
That helps.
have no choice but to distinguish myself in this fight.
You're gonna die.
Let the lesson begin! I'm finished. I'm loath to say it, but I must retreat.
Such power.
Even I am.
An offensive sight. You can't compete with me.
It's over.
You fought well.
Ridiculous.
Is that all?
Allow me to demonstrate.
That is that.
What a waste.
What you fail to appreciate is that we have at our backs a force you cannot hope to defeat.
Keep telling yourself that.
I can afford to fall back. We still have the advantage.
We took back one of the strongholds. On to the next.
Yeah, the other one's gonna be rough.
Careful now. Well done.
My moment has arrived.
It's not luck, it's fate. Just like that. Stay focused.
Nice try. Defenseless, are we? I did what I had to.
This fight is but a sideshow to the ravaging of the sacred place that is Garrick Mach.
Ah, he is. Wait, he can hit her from there? That is crap. Little short. Sounds good. Oh well. We'll have to do it this way then. Alright. Now he's gonna go.
The time is is not right. I will wait for the next opportunity.
I want to...
All right, we took back both of the strongholds. Let's keep up the momentum.
As expected.
He did.
Let the lesson begin! Each battle, a chance to grow. I still...
Just let...
I'm a bit uneasy. I get things done. Let us be cautious. Naturally.
Thank you.
I'll grow a...
My life was changed forever by Her Majesty. Now, I lay it on the line. For the Empire!
Don't hold this against me, okay?
Lady Edelgard, I'm so sorry. I can't keep going. I must retreat.
But I thought you were laying it on the line for the Empire.
Progress suit. I'm impressed.
I wish you were someone whose heart could be swayed by my words and deeds. If it were so, I would have done anything to make you my ally.
Miss.
That's the golden deer for you.
A bit disappointed.
Predicted. Enough is enough. Never underestimate an outsider.
Oh, and to answer and to pique your curiosity as to what Aura does, here you go.
Keep away from me! Was that helpful?
There you go.
Keep it up.
One more. He's not even gonna get close enough to me.
That's the spirit! I call that a win.
Alright, man, you have a good one. Nice.
Steady now.
That's it.
Watch and learn.
You fought well, but now your fight is over. Send in our reserve troops and give my uncle the signal.
What is this?
I'm sorry. Reserve troops? Signal?
Thank you so much.
Everybody here, young and old, is in your hands. No. I will not allow another Red Canyon tragedy to happen here.
What is going on?
What now?
Why did you come?
In Imperial Year 1181, the new Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresfeld, led a strategic assault against the monastery at Garreg Mach. Though her own losses were great, her foes had no choice but to surrender. Archbishop Rhea commanded the Knights of Seros, leading from the front lines against the Imperial army. But amidst the chaos of battle, she vanished, and her whereabouts remain unknown. With this single attack, the Adrestian Empire officially launched its offensive against the Holy Kingdom of Fargus and the Leicester Alliance. The unification of Fodlan has begun.
Alright. 712. Part 2.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Ethereal Moon. Reunion at Dawn. It is Imperial Year 1185. Nearly 5 years have passed since the fall of the monastery at Garreg Mach, and war continues to plague the lands of Fodlan. Ferdiad has been captured. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in shambles. The Leicester Alliance is on the verge of collapse, fractured by two opposing factions, those who support the Adrestian Empire and its ruler, and those who seek her demise. Meanwhile, under Emperor Edelgard's rule of law, the Adrestian Empire continues to expand its reach. The path to a new Fodlan, unified by Imperial strength, may yet be in sight.
You. How long do you intend to sleep? Your body is awake. Your eyes must open now, and you must find the strength to stand upon those legs of yours. Like so much rain, a pool of blood has fallen to the ground. As spears and arrows pierce the earth, it weeps. And even now, it weeps. In order to survive, they kill. And so the people of this world are lost in an abyss of suffering. They weep as well.
The only one who truly knows the nature of such things is I. Or rather, you.
You are a complete and utter fool! Have you not changed one bit? Get on your feet. Right now. I'll coddle you no more. You are just like a child, always needing me to hold your hand.
Hey, are you awake?
We're in a village at the base of the monastery. What are you doing in a place like this? I honestly didn't expect to find someone floating away down the river.
Garrick Mach is upstream of here, but that place was abandoned.
Huh? You don't know? The Church of Saros isn't there anymore. Though, there have been some folks still living there in the 5 years since... well, you know. Anyway, I've heard some thieves have been spotted around those parts these days. Are you feeling alright? You didn't hit your head or anything, did you? It's the ethereal moon of the year 1185. It's been nearly 5 years since the monastery fell. Tomorrow was supposed to be the Millennium Festival, but who's got time to think about things like that? Yeah, that's what I said. But with the war and the Archbishop still missing and all, I doubt there's a soul to be found who has enough blessings worth counting. Hey, slow down, will ya? Where do you think you're going? Are you crazy? I told you. They say thieves are running amok up there. And there's plenty of other dangers, too. Come on, I promise I won't say you're a coward. Just forget about going anywhere near the monastery. You just remember I tried to stop you. Got it? It's not on my conscience if you wind up dead. Students? You really are crazy, aren't you? There aren't any kids anywhere near that place anymore. Unbelievable.
You overslept, Teach. Pretty rude to keep a fellow waiting like that, wouldn't you say? What's with that surprised look, my friend? You didn't really think I'd given up on you coming back, did you? Can you feel it? A new dawn is finally here. Not just for us, though. No. For all of Fodlan. It's been 5 long years. Where have you been, Teach? You don't really expect me to believe that you've been napping this whole time, do you? It's a good one. Except that's not your lying face. I guess I've got no choice but to believe you. You're not exactly normal to begin with, so it's not a huge stretch to imagine you sleeping for that long. And this is where you say, just kidding, right? If this is a rib, now's the time to fess up. You must be insane, and yet... Oh, fine. I believe you, okay? But that means you don't know anything that happened after your last battle, right? I guess it's on me to catch you up. As you can see, Garrick Mach was crushed by the Empire and was never restored. The monastery is in ruins, and the town is in pretty bad shape too. Can you guess why? It would seem that's one possible explanation, since you insist that's what you've been up to. All we know for sure is that Rhea suddenly vanished during that battle 5 years ago. The Knights of Saros have apparently been searching all over Fodlan for her. But the fact that this place is in ruins tells me they still haven't found her. true. I've got a mountain of questions I'd like to ask her after all. But I'm not so sure whether it would be good for her to return as the Archbishop. Rather, with her gone... never mind. This could be a dangerous conversation. Before we discuss the state of affairs in each territory, are you hungry? You must be. It's not much, but I did bring some food with me. Let's eat up and go from there. Whew, I am stuffed. Even the most humble of meals taste great with the right company. By the way, Teach, do you remember the night before the ball? I know it was 5 years ago, but we promised that the Golden Deer House would reunite during the Millennium Festival. Today's the day we promised to meet up, but no one's here. True. There's still some daylight left. Let's wait just a little longer. You never know, maybe someone will show up after all. Hey, Teach. Just waiting around sounds boring, so why don't we get in some exercise? You know, help with digestion and stuff. You must be in bad shape if you've been sleeping for 5 years. It'll do you good to get your body moving again. Something like that. Look, if you come with me, you'll understand. Oh, and don't forget your weapons, okay? I want to make sure neither your leadership nor your skill with a blade have dulled.
In the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, Imperial loyalist Cornelia has subdued all regions of the former royal house of Bladed to prevent further revolt. Prince Dimitri has been sentenced. Now, the backbone of the former kingdom, Houses Gautier and Fraldarius, struggle to continue the resistance. Cornelia, operating out of the royal palace, has accepted the support of the Empire to build an army and plots to wipe out all remaining kingdom forces. In the Leicester Alliance, House Regan leads an anti-imperial faction, while House Gloucester directs the Empire's supporters. Despite the undeniable threat of fracture, the Alliance's adept new leader, Claude, deftly maintains the outward appearance of a unified front. In Enbar, the imperial capital of the Adrestian Empire, Emperor Edelgard fights to strengthen her regime. She has extended her reach to the kingdom by inciting a coup and continues to draw its former lords under her influence in pursuit of controlling all of Western Fodlan. In the meantime, the Knights of Seros have been dispatched to find Archbishop Rhea, who remains missing despite their searching. Left unattended, the monastery at Garreg Mach has fallen to ruin and become a haven for thieves.
Doop, doop, doop.
The thieves are here. Apparently they're trying to run off with treasures from the monastery.
What the? Intruders! Protect the goods!
This is gonna get expensive. Collect everything the thieves carried out.
What's my strategy?
Here is something to believe in!
I must lead them well. At the ready.
My moment has arrived!
fought and won. Hold a grudge if you must. People are waiting on me. I'm that. All is going to plan. Predictable. Strategy in motion. Sorry, but I must. Watch and learn. This could turn the tides. It's over. It won't be in vain. A fitting outcome. Too easy.
Planning is key.
The barbarity is even worse than the rumors. On my honor as a noble, I will expel these ruffians.
Today was supposed to be a happy day. The monastery is in such disrepair.
Over there. Is that the professor? And the others?
Professor, you're alive! Guess we better handle this before I celebrate, though, huh?
You finally made it. I suppose virtue still exists in this crazy world after all. Here is something to believe in. All is going to plan.
Shall we?
Pull out all the stops. We're all desperate, aren't we?
My orders? You've been alive all this time? Where have you been hiding? Never mind. Talk later. I will destroy you! Make a difference?
Shall we? Professor, boy, am I glad to see you. How did we end up in this situation?
Steady now.
That helps. You got yourself killed.
Guess I have no choice. Can't afford to slack off.
wasn't about to let you go.
I'll tolerate no obstacle.
We're all desperate, aren't we?
Let's try this.
Is that the professor? And everyone else? If they're fighting, I gotta go help.
Wow, it's you! Here I thought you were dead all this time. Could that be the professor's ghost?
Hey, you're late. Hurry up and help.
We've much to discuss, but first, let us dispense with the riffraff. It is a noble's duty after all. Appreciate it. In a hurry to die, are you? An exalted death. Meet.
How about a curtsy? I'll keep...
I'll do my best.
Leave it to me.
Let's make this quick.
Thought you could best me?
Let's try some.
Oh, damn. Yeah,
This is our
good
chance.
work.
Don't blame me.
We could split into two groups. If we hit them from the north and south, we can trap...
force me out.
I'll make you proud, Gerald. Make a difference?
Another victory.
An offensive sight! Too close for my liking.
Now there's a way forward.
Sorry it's gotta be like this.
Saw that!
All right, who's next?
You act. Don't get used to this.
Sorry, but I must.
Let's turn the tables.
That helps.
Apologies.
Here's an idea. Guess I need...
Thanks for that.
Saw that!
That's enough! Can't afford to slack off. Oh, nice!
Last chest too.
Shall we?
I'm gonna get that last chest.
Sorry, but it's you or me.
No, I'm not the one you want. I guess I've got no choice. It isn't looking good for us. Should we retreat?
So, he revealed his true identity. Catch...
No time to slow down.
A fitting outcome.
Yeah, thanks.
Ah, you should yield me a tidy profit. I thought it would be easy money. Maybe it wasn't meant to be.
We took care of that. Are you sufficiently warmed up, Teach?
Group hug. Alright. We are officially in part 2 now.
Ugh, I'm exhausted. What gives, Professor? I was so excited to see everyone again, and then this happens.
I'm still tired from the long journey. How did it come to this?
Let's all take a moment to catch our breath.
If you've got the spare time to play with those guys, the least you could do is prepare some tea.
We were hoping someone would come to back us up when we started routing the bandits. It seems they've been taking advantage of the church's absence and doing whatever they please here.
In any case, I'm glad that all of you are well.
That's the spirit, Marianne.
That was fun. In fact, I wouldn't mind romping around some more.
So, you were alive this whole time, Professor. I am not surprised. In fact, that is why I came here.
And it doesn't look like time has rusted your skills. That's a relief.
I'm just glad everyone's alive and well. On that note, let's move this reunion party somewhere else. Now that we've dealt with those violent bandits, we could potentially use this place as our base of operations again.
What could you possibly mean by that?
I'm talking about the Leicester Alliance taking over Garreg Mach Monastery. After all, it's right in the middle of Fodlan. It's a critical strategic location.
Are you suggesting that we fight back against the Empire?
Aren't you getting a bit ahead of yourself? The Alliance is in complete discord at present.
And, as leader of the Imperial faction of the Alliance, isn't Count Gloucester, your father, the main cause of that discord?
Yes, that is true. It was inevitable. Our house's territory is close to Imperial land, after all. Had we not consented to vassalage under the Empire, they would have invaded immediately.
Naturally. And to be clear, I have no problem with your house maintaining its Imperial ties until we're sufficiently prepared to revolt. The Empire is the cause of the infighting. If we rid ourselves of them, the situation should resolve itself. That's why I'm thinking we should make this our base, raise up an army, and stir up some trouble for the Empire.
Now you're talking. Sounds like fun.
So then, Mr. Leaderman, does this mean you intend to rope us into your little scheme?
My grandfather passed away. That means yours truly is officially the leader of the Alliance.
If we had a more reliable leader, perhaps the Alliance would not have been divided.
Think what you will. All I need to know is if you're in or you're out.
I'm happy to lend a hand. I won't let those Imperial dogs set foot in Alliance territory. I couldn't bear it if my village got caught up in the chaos of war.
I'll fight too. I've got to protect my little sis.
I will join as well. After all, House Ordelia was once dragged into an Imperial revolt. It ruined us.
Of course. I understand your motivation.
I'll fight too. It's time to take responsibility for my own future.
I don't want to run anymore. I hope I'll be of use to everyone.
We can do anything if we work together, Marianne.
What about you,
someone
Lawrence?
who's got,
Are you going to go back home to your
bags
scary
under
father
eyes.
or what?
We cannot rely on Claude's scheming to lead us to victory. Therefore, I will remain. It is my duty to ensure Claude does not worsen the situation in the Alliance.
All of us are fighting for a different reason, but we share a common enemy. If we don't act, the Empire will crush us eventually. I say we stop them before they have the chance. So, Teach, will you help as well? All the more reason to join us. Admit it, you're not going to be able to do much on your own. With you on our side, the Church will join us as well. That makes fighting the Empire a moral cause, which means it'll be easier to rally support. Above all, your knowledge and strength are indispensable if we hope to stand a chance against the Imperial Army. Without you, my schemes are nothing. Just words. Please, take all of that into consideration as you decide.
You're really laying it all on the table, aren't you, Claude? Well, all that aside, this place is a mess. We can't very well make our base in a ruin. And repairing it sounds like a lot of work. I wonder if anyone would be willing to help us out with that.
Can it be? You were alive all this time?
Professor, it is so good to see you again. My brother and I were worried about you.
Oh, thank the goddess. I couldn't bear the thought of letting Gerald down by not finding you.
Guess you lucked out. We've been looking everywhere for you, but I see Lady Rhea isn't with you. Damn.
Everyone was real worried about you, Professor.
Cyril? Is that you? You've grown up, kid. Have you been looking for Rhea with the Knights?
Of course, without Lady Rhea, I don't belong anywhere.
Cyril, that's not... Never mind. We'll figure it all out.
Oh my. The Golden Deer House is together again at last. And all grown up. Well, for the most part.
I do regret that we were never able to hold a proper graduation for all of you students.
It has been 5 years since Lady Rhea disappeared. We have devoted all of our energies to finding her. However, without being able to set foot in Empire territory, we are at a standstill. We had hoped that perhaps the Archbishop would return here on this day. That of the long-awaited Millennium Festival.
Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case, though I don't suppose you had very high hopes in that regard. Even if she were able to return here, with the monastery in ruins, I don't think she would have felt safe enough to do so. Right, Hilda?
Yeah! This is an important location for the church. To think you've left it in such a state.
That's true. Perhaps we've left it alone for too long. We've got to make things right.
I can clean this place up like new. It's not fit for Lady Rhea like this.
And leaving this place in ruins affects the safety of this area, too.
Agreed. There is also a great deal of valuable literature here.
Then let's do it. If we all work together, we can restore the monastery to its original beauty.
We will require the aid of skilled craftsmen, too. I shall seek out any such individuals who are willing to return to Garrick Mach.
Fantastic! I'll figure out how to split up the work, and then we can get started.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Guardian Moon. The Alliance Leader's Ambitions. Claiming the monastery at Garrick Mach as its home base, the Alliance army joins forces with the Knights of Seros. Together, they begin to take up arms against the Adrestian Empire.
Good work, Hilda. You didn't do much manual labor, but you managed to rope the Knights into helping us restore the monastery.
Thanks, Claude. But all I did was piggyback on your scheme. I saw your eyes telling me to make some magic happen.
Thank you so much for your help with the restoration.
Oh, please, it was nothing. We're just doing our part as former students.
I'm told you even routed the bandits. That job should have fallen to us. I'm sorry for the trouble.
Hey, don't think twice about it. We're all allies in the resistance against the Empire, right?
The Church is at war with the Empire, but let's be realistic. Wouldn't it be better for the Alliance to eventually submit?
The way I see it, the Emperor wants to take over all of Fodlan and destroy the existing order of the world. I can't see her allowing the Alliance to continue to exist. We're in this just as deeply as you are. Actually, we were hoping to use this place as a base. The Empire begs to be meddled with, and we're first in line.
What? Why would you want to make your base here of all places?
Garreg Mach is situated in the center of Fodlan, both geographically and spiritually. We want to secure this location while the Empire is still overlooking it.
I see. The Empire doesn't see this place as important at the moment because it's far from the front lines.
But if we simply decide that it's ours to occupy, that does nothing to inspire the hearts and minds of the people of Fodlan. Luckily, good old Teach has finally returned to us. If the Professor Rhea entrusted with the Sword of the Creator fights at our side, well now, that's a just cause anyone could get behind. What's more, here we are, working alongside the legendary Knights of Seros. It smacks of divine providence, doesn't it? Can you feel it?
I have heard what you have to say, Claude. And you, Professor? Where do you stand? We are at a relative standstill, but with the help of the Alliance, the Archbishop said if anything should happen to her, that we should entrust the affairs of the Church to you. If you intend to fight alongside the Alliance, then I will follow you as well. Is that acceptable, Claude?
Of course. I can't think of anything more reassuring than having both Teach and the Knights on our side. Together, we'll stop the Emperor and her reckless ambitions.
How incredible. What a striking color. Ah, Professor, look at this stone. Such a brilliant blue. You don't normally find stones like this around here. I ought to grind it down. I wonder if it would still be the same color. So make pigment for my art. Good supplies don't come cheap. I prefer to make my own. Blue is especially expensive. How fortunate that I chanced upon this remarkable blueness. Oh, I'm sorry. There I go again, blathering on and on about painting. Oh, yes. But I know that I can get rather caught up in it and, enthusiastic. You know, Professor, no matter how impassioned I become about my art, you never hold it against me. One could argue that I'm better off preparing for our next battle. I am becoming a knight. Oh, Professor, please don't say things like that. I gave up on my artistic dreams long ago. To support my family, I will be a knight. That's that. No. I know it's the right thing to do. I'll continue with my art as a hobby. I don't think I could ever give it up. When I see something beautiful, I can't suppress the urge to paint it. I don't have a choice. And if my art can bring happiness to even one person, that's good enough for me. Professor, I have a favor to ask. I'm painting a portrait right now. When it's finished, I'd like to give the piece to you. Would you take it? Perhaps it can bring you a little happiness. That will have made the effort well worth it. Oh, excellent! Is that a promise? Because I'm really going to put my heart in it. That is, I'm going to enjoy partaking in this casual hobby of mine.
Thank you.
Alright. Gonna take a break. Here. So let's see, who is on right now? We are going to visit. We are going to go to Randomania, where they are having a, what I assume is a Legend of Zelda randomizer qualifier. So that's where we're going. Hope you all enjoy what you saw. I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in probably like 3 hours after Raw.